So you've built up some confidence flying your new DJI drone, and now you're curious as to how those intelligent flight modes work. In this video, I'll explain all of the DJI Intelligent Flight Modes and show you exactly how to use them. Let's get into the video. Before we get started, you'll first need to switch your drone out of beginner mode and enable multiple flight modes. You can do this by clicking the three dots in the top right-hand corner of your DJI Go app, and then clicking on Main Controller Settings. The reason DJI does this is so that beginners don't accidentally switch into an advanced flight mode and wreck their drone. When it comes to standard flight modes, you'll have access to Position Mode, ADI Mode, and Sport Mode. Most beginners spend the majority of their time in position mode because all the sensors on the drone will be active and you'll have a strong GPS signal strength at all times. This mode helps your drone hold its position in the air, decreasing the chance that it will drift away if you take your fingers off the remote. By now, you've been probably warned to stay away from ADI mode because it's commonly linked to crashes and flyaways. This mode turns off all GPS and vision sensors, meaning it'll drift away and move with the wind if you're not in manual control of it. My favorite standard flight mode is Sport Mode for obvious reasons. It's super similar to position mode because it keeps the GPS on, but gets your adrenaline pumping with faster movements and obstacle avoidance disabled. On the newer DJI drones, there's an option called tripod mode now, which slows down the overall speed of your drone to eliminate any jerky movements during a shot. Now that you're familiar with the standard flight modes, let's open up the intelligent ones. For this video, I'll be using my Mavic 2 Pro, and if you click into the DJI Go app, you'll see we have access to normal mode, hyperlapse, QuickShots, ActiveTrack, point of interest, tap fly, and cinematic mode. Now that may be overwhelming at first glance, so let's head outside and show you an example of each of them. So we're out here in Irvine, right down the street from our office, and the first intelligent flight mode we're gonna show you is called Hyperlapse Mode. And Hyperlapse is essentially a time lapse, but there's movement. So you know how a time lapse, you have a bunch of pictures that get taken at different intervals and then stitched together to create that movie? Well, this is the same thing, except the drone is moving while it's taking all those pictures, and then we stitch them together to create a final video. So let's show you an example of it and go through the 4 different hyperlapse modes that you'll see inside the DJI Go app. So the first option we have is called free mode. In this one, what you'll see is the drone gives you full control over the camera angle and the movement. So when you're up in the air, you'll select the interval that you want the pictures to be taken at, and then you kind of have full creativity to go about it however you'd like.
Yeah, there it is. That's that right there is a free hyperlapse. Just don't use it. Just don't.
All right, next one is circle mode. This is one of my favorite hyperlapses because I typically hike and get to the top of a mountain and want to reveal the landscape around me. I program this mode and it captures the pictures in an interval. It'll reveal the landscape around you and orbit around you completely autonomously. One of my favorite ones, so check out circle mode.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So next one is course lock, and what it allows you to do is fly in a set direction, maybe just moving forward while capturing those images at set intervals. This one's really cool if you just want to fly in one direction and let the drone do its thing while capturing the hyperlapse.
By the way, I got this shirt at Goodwill. It was 99 cents. I don't know whose dog it is, but I wear this shirt more than any other shirt, and it's an absolute vibe.
All right, so the next one we have is waypoints, and this is definitely the most interesting out of all the 4 hyperlapses that we have, because what it allows you to do is select waypoints or different points in the air that you want the drone to navigate to. It'll hit the first one, go to the second one, third one, and fourth one, all while creating a hyperlapse autonomously. So choose those waypoints selectively and then let it rip. All right guys, so the next intelligent flight mode we're looking at is QuickShots, which compiles a bunch of my favorite drone movements all together. Let's take a look. All right, so the first one we have is Droney, which is like a selfie, but drone style. It's a lot of fun, and the drone will shoot up and away while keeping you in the frame, creating a nice, fun video. So next up we have circle mode, which is really similar to that hyperlapse circle that we just saw, except in this one, instead of stitching together all those pictures to create a video, this one will just film a video while circling around you. A lot of fun. Next up we have the helix mode, which is really similar to that circle mode we just talked about, except it spirals up behind you. Really cool for revealing a landscape or a view in front of you. All right, next up we have the rocket, which is like the SpaceX of drones. This one shoots straight up and the gimbal and camera is locked on you all the way up. Pretty similar to what Bob and Doug saw on their SpaceX missions. So that one is called the rocket. Check it out. All right, so next up we have the boomerang, which starts in front of you and then circles around you. But the only difference is when it gets behind you, it goes straight up in the air and then comes back down and ends right in front of you again. A really fun one. And the last one is the asteroid mode, which is really cool. It gets a ton of hype, starts in front of you, shoots straight up, and then creates a little planet inside of the app. Next up, we have the ActiveTrack, which has 3 saved modes in it. We have trace mode, profile mode, and spotlight mode. So trace mode allows you to click a button and then have the drone follow that subject either from behind, in front of, or it actually allows you to circle that subject while it's moving. Next one is called profile mode, which allows you to follow alongside either a person or a moving object from a set distance while it's moving. And the last one is called spotlight mode, which is really cool because it allows you to choose a direction and follow a subject from a set distance. The drone will do its thing, but it allows you to spend more time focusing on the camera. So while it's going forward, you can actually move the camera however you'd like. So our next intelligent flight mode is called point of interest, and there's 2 versions of it, vision mode and GPS mode. In the past, what you had to do was be really close to your subject in order for the drone to be able to identify it. But now what you can do is use vision mode, which is from far away. You can just point it at the subject and it'll identify that subject. Or you can actually use GPS mode, which allows you to choose a location that you want to track, follow, or circle around. So there's a lot of different options for these, but point of interest is either vision or GPS. So I want to mention the waypoints mode, which doesn't always have to be a hyperlapse. There's another option to save different locations in the air at different elevations where the drone will navigate to each of those points. First one, second one, third one. It's a really great way to capture video or to capture the same photograph twice by saving that waypoint in the air. So definitely want to check out waypoints mode, hyperlapse, and the waypoints mode for photography and video. And the last 2 we have are tap fly mode and cinematic mode. So tap fly is just a direction-based intelligent flight mode. What that means is it sets the drone in a direction, it'll fly freely in that direction and allows you to focus on your actual camera movements. So if you don't want to focus on flying the drone in a direction, you send it in that direction and then you can focus on the camera. The last one is called cinematic mode. It's on a lot of the newer drones and it basically just slows down time. All your drone movements will be nice and smooth so you can capture those insanely cinematic videos. So that's it for the video today. Hopefully you guys have a better understanding of the DJI Intelligent Flight Modes. I want to thank you guys for sticking around to the end of this video and make sure to click that subscribe button because we're making tons of videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.